Good morning and welcome to this Estonian Premier League game between Tallinn United and Tallinn Rising Stars. Tallinn United won the toss and are batting first. Looks like it will be Nand and Ayush to open the batting for United. Both of these teams playing their second match of the season. Rising Stars on one win, United yet to open their account. Over on ground 2, we have the Tigers versus the Wolves. The Wolves undefeated so far this year from 2 games, and the Tigers yet to win, so they'll be looking to get their first win. So, deep ring on the offside, all on the circle. We have one deep at long on and one deep backward square leg. And we are away. Nice little outswing. Oh, I think that was a bit harsh. And having a bit of a fishing expedition. Scorers, as usual, well behind. It's a very difficult job pressing buttons on a tablet. And it's wide, and Nan just chops it down into the offside for a single, and they're off the mark. So scorers have already got it wrong within 2 balls. That's an excellent job. Now they won't be able to undo the first ball because it's the first ball. Well done. Don't know why it was so hard in the first place. Bowler in again. Short. Bruce lofts that over mid-wicket and it should go all the way for 4. Oh, no, it just pulls up. Centimetres inside the rope there, and they come back for 3. Oh, that's very wide. And has nothing to do with it, and given a wide. Full, outside off, just moving away. Oh, that's a very harsh wide. Bowler's not happy, and I can see why. Nand Didn't miss that because it was too wide. He missed it because he wasn't good enough. Ball moving away at the last minute. And now he's going around the wicket. I can't see this fixing any wide problems. It's a bit of an epidemic in Estonia. Bowlers bowl wide, so they decide to change sides. It's not going to change anything. It's not the side you're bowling on that's making you bowl wides. And now, so that's on the legs. An easy flick away for land and 1 run. So his line didn't change, he just moved across. Stay over the wicket, bowl a better line. That's the answer. So 8 so far, only 3 legal deliveries. Could be a long day for the Rising Stars if they keep that up. Always inside edge from Bruce. Nearly knocks it onto his own stumps. And again, full. He's got under it. I'm not sure that'll go. It's going to plug, and Shoaib chases it down, and they come back for 2. So Bruce, as always, showing attacking intent from the start. So, classic Estonian captaincy, chasing the ball. Ball goes over his head, so he moves himself back and brings long on up. As this one maybe just flicks the hip of Bruce as it goes through, and they come through. Nope, that's a wide. So 2 wides there. Turning into a pretty long first over here. Going to be at least 10 balls. And 12 off it so far. And that's a good ball. Angling across, and another fishing expedition. No fish caught, and a dot ball. So 12 from the first over. And I'd say United would be more than happy with that. So who is it going to be from the other end? Another glorious day out at Tiskre. Grass is starting to grow and fill in those patches we had the first couple of weeks. Let's hope we can get a little bit of rain in the next week as well. Should fill them in nicely. Some good work from Travis Beswick and his assistants out here. So that's going to be Nazmul to bowl from the Stockholm end. And he comes in on a very strange angle. And that is hit high. Fielder's coming in. He's not going to get there. 1 bounce and 1 run. So, yeah, not sure about this strange angle he's running in on. Sort of goes against what the normal natural instinct is. And not sure what he's doing. Maybe he wants to retire after an over. And he's back at it. Maybe Bruce has broken a bat. Wow, that's not great time management here by the umpires. I will be very surprised if this innings finishes anywhere close to on time, if this is what we're going by. And Bruce Ashish brings out 3 more bats for him to choose from which one to break next. And they're both swapping bats. Wow. A bat change every over. It's going to be a very long day. Full. Good angle. Just takes the outside edge of Nan's bat and runs down to gully, and they scamper through for a single. Still a very deep field here from the Rising Stars. Every single fielder on the circle or outside it. Nahid at sort of a fly slip is probably 2 metres inside the circle. Just drops that down and picked up at mid-wicket, and a pretty poor throw at the feet of the keeper, and managed to clip the stumps as well, and he was lucky there weren't any overthrows. So singles all the way around the wicket here for United. That's all. And seems to be struggling a bit with the ball pushed across him today. He's had a lot to play and swing at, and he's pretty much missed them all. And that one's full and on the stumps, and he just blocks it back. It's a very strange bowling action here. I mean, for starters, I don't know why you would be opening the bowling to a right-hander and bowling around the wicket, but then you've got this really big angle running in towards the pitch and then trying to straighten yourself up. It's very, very odd. And making another terrible throw from mid-wicket. Whoever's fielding down there, number 12, needs to pick his game up a bit, because he is making life very difficult for his keeper. 16 off 2 overs, so better over there for the Rising Stars. I would imagine that Serajul will not be coming back to bowl this over after his 10-ball first over. Maybe looks like Nahid is going to have a go. Picked up some wickets in their last game. And man of the match, so they'll be looking for more of the same. I think 3 wickets he picked up against the Riders. And Nand is United batsmen really taking their time here. I think the umpire should be giving them a bit of a hurry up, to be honest. And that's all. Thought that might have been a tickle down the leg side, but he's given it as a wide. Wasn't caught anyway. Put down by the keeper. It's outside off and slashed out again. Really struggling to get bat on ball here, Nand. Anything that's been a bit short and outside off, he's had a go at, but he hasn't managed to get bat on ball. It's a wide one that will be called. So Rising Stars really struggling from this Kiev end. It's going to be another long over. It's better, a bit short, and rocks back, tries to pull. It's on him a bit quickly, and he just manages to bunt it down to mid-on. And they're through for a single. Head in again. Full on the stumps. Definitely going down leg though. Perhaps some bat in it too. And again, well, this is full toss, and Bruce has just managed to clear mid on, and it trickles over the boundary for 4. So not particularly convincing shot. Only just managed to get it over mid on, but he'll take it. Maybe we need another bat. But first boundary for United. Head wide again. It's a poor start for the Rising Stars. Already 6 or 7 wides in just the 3 overs. Full on the stumps, just tucked off his pad for a single and moved the score to 25 with 1 ball left in the 3rd over. Shrikant in the chat says Ayush played 2 matches and he broke 2 bats already. It's going to be an expensive season if he keeps that up. But it does tend to happen if you go hard at the ball, as Bruce definitely does, especially the new ball. So end of the 3rd, 25, and still looking like he's really struggling to get bat on ball, but Bruce and the wides are pushing the runs along quite comfortably. So Nazmul in again. Nice full, just squeezed out by Bruce, and they scamper through for a run. But good bowling here from Nazmul. He's doing an excellent job from this end. He's just sadly being let down at the other end. Short, wide, and Nan decides not to throw the kitchen sink at it and lets it through for a wide. Full again down the leg and given wide. So sadly, it looks like Nazmul's caught the wide disease. As he comes in again, can he make the adjustment? Yes, that's much better. Defended back by Nand. Can't help but think that this round the wicket approach is not doing him any favours. Full. Oh, Nand has a big go at that. Didn't quite get to the foot to the pitch and only managed to knock it straight down into the pitch and back to the bowler. Aswell in again, full on the legs and just knocked down to mid-on for a single. I think based on what we've seen so far today, if I was the bowler, I'd be trying to bowl just short of a length, pushing it across Nand outside that off stump because he's really struggled with that. Once you get it straight, he seems to be okay. Short, Bruce just bunts that over the bowler's head, and they come through for another single, moving the score along to 30. With one ball left in the fourth over. So run rate just under 8. Full on the legs, and he's not managed to get anything on it, but they've got a wide. I think he'll probably think he's missed out on a 4 there. Just need to get bat on ball, and there's no one down here to stop it. In again. Full outside off, and a big swipe. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. Must have been a foot outside off stump, and he's tried to sweep it through the leg side, and no bat on ball. So 31 from 4 overs. 2 overs left in the power play. Now here to continue. I think United would like to push it up to probably the 45 or 50 mark from the power play. They probably need at least a couple of boundaries if they're going to do that. And the Rising Stars will be looking to cut out these wides because it's really starting to add up now, and you just can't afford to be giving teams so many free runs and free balls. Must be up to 14 or 15 wides now, and just 4 overs. Short, Bruce rocks back, hits it to mid-wicket. Oh, chance of a run out, but Nan gets back. Just hit that too well and straight to the fielder, and quickly told Nan, no, get back. Not going to get there. And good fielding on the circle there as well. As Naheed comes in again, it's full Yorker length and just kept out by Bruce for another dot. And again, 4 down leg side, and that's going to be a wide. So you can't help thinking if they lose this match by 20 or 30 runs, it's going to be the wide that's cost them. It's a full toss on the offside. He pierces the gap. Shoaib's coming around from long off. He will cut it off. And they come back for 2. So nicely placed from Bruce there. Just a little full from Naheed. Probably looking for the Yorker again. Got the full toss. And Bruce didn't try to hit it too hard. Just placed it. Naheed in again. And that one he's tried to hit hard. And it's coming straight for us. And that is 4 runs. As it narrowly misses the commentary hut, and Shoaib picks it up, flings it back in with a bit of a grunt. And a good shot there from Bruce. Straight as an arrow. Nice straight bat. Never any risk, and a good boundary for them. In again, and just clips that away to the leg side now, as we now have long on and long off back. So just a single. So 1 ball left now in this over. And back on strike. And another full toss. And he's picked the same gap that Bruce did. And they will get back for 2 again. Or they're looking for 3. And good running by Nand. He really pushed hard on that second. And gets back for the third. So pretty good over there for United. Gets them up to 42. So 50 looking on the cards for the power play, and still no wickets lost. I'll be very happy where they are at the moment. So we have a change of bowler. I think it's Tanbeer coming on to bowl the last over of the power play. He looked good in their last game against Riders. Looked dangerous. So let's see. Rising Stars will really love a wicket here. Break this opening partnership. As a captain, just last minute words of advice, and in he comes to Nand. That's a big wide. Kev Patton will be adding that one to his statistic of bowlers in Estonia opening their spell with a wide. Does happen quite often. And just outside off, knocked down to the fielder. They're too deep. They're all on the circle there, and it's too easy for just a easy single. We have Jahanzeb in the comment, in the chat. Amazing stuff, guys. Hi, Jahanzeb. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Tanbeer into Bruce now. Full on off stump, and again just knocked down on that offside for an easy single. Smart batting. Really think that they need to bring one. They've got 4 fielders in that, between the keeper and point on that circle. As Nan launches into that one, looks like it should be 6. No, just inside the boundary. Just a little full on leg. And Nand gave that everything, and he certainly got that one off the middle. So he'll be happy with that. He's looked a bit scratchy this morning, but if he can get a few more off the middle, I think he might start to get going. Bruce, the main aggressor so far, with 22 off 16, and just 14 off 17, but that may be the catalyst to get him going. So just one more needed for the 50 off the power play. They'll be he's pierced the field there. Good cut shot. And Sheben cuts it off, and they come back for 2. So finally he's managed to get onto one of those short wide ones. So Rising Stars, you may be in trouble here. 50-run partnership comes up off just 34 balls. Full Yorker length and just dug out by Nand. Good ball from Tanbeer. So the last ball of the power play now. Outside off again, and that's through the same gap, and that is going to go all the way for 4. So an excellent power play from United. 55 runs and no wickets lost, and they will be very happy with that. Rising Stars, other than Nazmul, looking very, very expensive. So We have a change of bowler. Looks like it will be Sheben to bowl his leg spinners. Picked up the big wicket of Rana in their last game. And I think we'll see the field spread a bit here. We have a deep extra cover, a deep square mid wicket, and I think we'll have a long off. No, got a short mid wicket there, more of a wide mid on, and I think Shoaib's going to drop back to the boundary here at long off. And so I think just the 3 out to begin with. Looks like Sheben will bowl around the wicket. In he comes. Full and up in the air. The fielder's coming round, but he won't get to it, and it is just inside the boundary for 4. As usual, Bruce having an argument with whoever he can, but that was definitely a 4. Sheben comes in again. Another full one, and all just couldn't get down to that one, Naheed, and they get through for a single. And just back on his stumps and knocks that into the leg side for a single. So everything looking very easy for United here. Not being asked a lot of questions. Full outside off. He's got under it. And Shoaib will just cut it off. And they come back for 2. So little bit of loss of control there from Bruce, just reaching out in front of him to hit that full toss. But into a big gap there, so not too much danger. Sheben around the wicket again, short, and has it come off? Nope, it is a leg by. So just angling into the pads there, Sheben. Quicker one, angled across, and misses it. And that is the end of Sheben's first over. 8 off it. 64 for United off 7. They'll be very happy with a run rate just above 9. Hoping to keep that going and push for a 200. Some late hitting. Comes Tambier again. It's short. Oh, Bruce has run at him and try to whack it back over his head, and he's missed it. Just maybe trying to hit it a bit hard there, Bruce. As the umpire has a word with Shoaib. Good to go. Tambia in again. Slower ball, full, and Bruce just manages to hit that out onto the leg side, and they'll settle for 1. Didn't quite get onto that, Bruce, but good slower ball from Tambia. And Bruce probably did well to check his shot and get something on it. Tambia to Nand. Fallen on the stumps and just defended back to the bowler. He's just creeping that strike rate up now and then. Was quite slow to get going, but he's nearly got it back up to 100 now. There's another full one. Oh, that's on the full in front of the stumps. Has he got bat on it? No, that's a leg by. Must have been heading down leg, but a good shout. A little bit short, and Bruce just flicks it round the corner, and they come back for a comfortable 2. Probably not quite short enough to play that shot, but he gets away with it. And Rising Stars are looking very dead in the field. Not a lot of talk, not a lot of movement. Full and just dug out from Bruce onto the offside. Naheed comes round to field, and it's 1 run. Yeah, just not a lot of energy at the moment for the Rising Stars in the field. Might be a bit shell-shocked from this start from United. 69, well, should be 70 off 8. Oh, I'm going backwards. Scorers having difficulty with the very simple job of pressing buttons on a tablet again. Oh, we're going all the way back. Oh dear. Seems like they missed the ball. So it will be 69 off 8. There we go. Sheben to continue. Well, that's well down leg and left alone by Bruce. Sheben's first wide. Didn't want to be the only bowler with that one, I guess. Comes in again, and that's again way down the leg side. So it was quite a good first over, but seems to have lost his radar here. Try again. That's better. Oh, just spinning away from Bruce, got the top edge, but landed safely, and they're through for a single. Bit short from Sheben, and clubs that into the leg side, but that'll just be one. Oh, that was in the zone, and he has absolutely smashed it. Just bounced before the logs, a big hit, and 6 runs. So Bruce has had enough. He likes the look of this, and he's going to have a go at it. Probably a little bit full there from Sheben. Maybe just threw it up a little bit to see if Bruce would have a big swing, and he certainly did. Short. He's pulled that down. Oh, and that's fielder. No, just over his head. And another 6 runs. It's Partha down here at long on, and he's not the tallest bloke. I think taller fielder would have maybe got a hand on it, but Bruce gave it what it deserved, and Sheben in a bit of trouble here. And another wide. So just losing a bit of control here, maybe trying a bit hard. And down the leg again. And another wide. I don't think Rana has any idea what he's signalling here. He's signalled a bye. He's signalled a 5-run penalty. Now he's signalled a dead ball. I think what he means is that wasn't a wide, and I want to reverse my decision. May have to show him the signal for that one. Short again, and rocks back, hits that well into the leg side, and well stopped on the boundary there by the fielder, and they get back for 2. So I think the one that was given wide must have clipped the pad on the way through. Yet another issue with the scoring, unfortunately. There's about 4 of them over there trying to work out how to work up a tablet, which is ridiculous. Maybe if there wasn't so many of them trying to do it, they might be a little bit better at it. I think they finally worked it out. There we go. 88 off 9. So another big over for United there. Run rate 9.78. Really looking like a big total here. Shoaib brings himself into the attack. What can the captain do? They really need some wickets here. In comes Shoaib. Full, and then just slashes across the line out to mid-wicket for a single. Brings Bruce back on strike. He's on 48. Can he bring up his 50 before the drinks break? Full from Shoaib and just played down to mid-on, wide mid-on for a single. Moves him on to 49 off 30. Excellent innings so far. Shoaib into Nand. It's a little bit shorter, and he slapped it back over the bowler's head, but they just come back. Nope, just the one. Show up to Bruce again. Bruce on 49. Leggy. And, oh. Don't think he picked that, Bruce. Might not be watching it out of the bowler's hand because it was a pretty obvious leggy. Now back to the offies. And there's his 50. Just plays that down to long off. An excellent 50 from Bruce. He'll want to keep going. Look at 100 today. He's playing very well. They want to keep this partnership going as long as they can, United. Push towards that 200. Leggy again and sweep from Nand. Fielder comes round and cuts it off and just a single. And with one ball left in the over, they've decided to have a drinks break. That's a bit strange. They missed the dot again. All right, we'll have a quick break and we'll be back shortly. And back just in time as Nand misses one after two excellent fours, and the first wicket falls for United on 105. So excellent 105 run opening partnership there for United. Rising Stars will need a few more wickets before they feel like they're back in this one. But a good innings there from Nand, as Sahil now comes out to meet Bruce, and very explosive batsman Sahil if he gets going. So Rising Stars will not want to give him the opportunity to get in. End of the over there. Parter went for some runs but picked up the wicket. Back to Shoaib again. Full on the legs and just clipped away into the leg side for a single to bring Sahil onto strike. Just change in the field with Shebin going out deep on the leg side. And Shoaib in again. Full toss and just dropped into the offside for a single. Good batting. Another very unfriendly throw into the keeper from the fielders. Leggy from Shoaib, and Sahil's hit that well. It's spinning away from the fielder and 4 runs. So just threw that leg spinner up, enticing the hit, and a good hit it was. It was Ayush, sorry, not Sahil, but an excellent shot for 4. He pushes on through the 50s. Back on the legs again, just too wide. Just trying to dart that one into the pads. Shoaib in again. And Bruce clears that front leg and has a bit of a heave and just gets the inside part of the bat on it, and they come back for 2. He might have been struggling there if the throw was better. I have a feeling Bruce might be getting a bit tired here as Shoaib continues. Leggy again, full toss, and he's played that really well out into the offside, but cover sweeper gets there, and just the 1 run. But a good shot from Bruce. He's played all around the ground today. It's been a very good innings. Shoaib into Sahil. On the pads, sweeps it, and there's not really any fielders down there, and it will trickle over the rope for 4. So a good shot and another good over for United as they move to 119 off 12. right about that 10 run and over mark that they'll want to keep going and pushing for that 200 or 200 plus score that would be very difficult to chase down. Very good batting display so far from United. It will be Partak to continue here from the Kiev end. Bruce on strike on 59 off 37. That's a wide one from Partha to start with, and another wide given. Let's have a look. How many wides have they bowled in 12 overs? Another one. That's full, and Bruce has run at it and just slapped it over the offside for another 4. Really looking in fantastic touch today. So we've had 21 wides so far in 12 overs, and that's probably less than I would have been thinking after the first couple of overs, but it's still just killing yourself in a T20 match. Really need to be looking to keep it down to 6-7 wides for the whole innings. Partha in again. It's wide again. Slashed at by Bruce over the top of Point's head. Not sure it's going to make the boundary. It doesn't. It pulls up just before, and they come back for a good 3. Well run by Sahil, pushing Bruce as he moves to 67, and don't think he enjoyed that 3. I can certainly sympathise. Partha to continue to Sahil. Oh, it's a better ball from Partha. Bit shorter length and just flashes past the stumps and the bat. As he in again, and that's unfortunately pushed down the leg side for a wide. Number 22 for the innings. That's another good ball from Partha. Looked like it moved back in a little off the pitch. And Sahil just defending. Wide and cut by Sahil. Naheed gets down to it and they just get the single. One ball to go in the 13th over, 128. No, the scorers have got it wrong again. And that's just a pad down the leg side and a dot ball. I think they may have missed the 3rd wide in the over. That's why they're a ball short. Seem to be correcting it now. So there we go. So 130 is the score. So they've hit that 10 run and over mark in the 13th over. Been quietly creeping up towards it all day as Shoaib continues to Sahil. And a good ball, he drops it down on the offside and an easy single in the end. Still no one really on the single for the Rising Stars. Just basically saying you can have a single all day. And again Shoaib, and that's just creeping down the leg side and a wide. I would like to see a little bit better field placing here. Need to get someone closer to the bat so they can't just drop and run. That's full and swept in the air by Bruce, and the fielder collects it and they get through for one. Hill back on strike. Shoaib the leggy and heaved over the leg side, and it spun away from the fielder on the fence. Looked like it took a big right hand turn just before him. Either that or he completely misjudged it. It is Estonia, you decide. But 4 runs to Sahil. Don't think Shoaib would be too happy with this fielder there. Comes in again, another leggy, and it's a bit wide, and he's cut it away to the circle for a single. Another particularly poor throw in from the fielders. Seems to be the hallmark of the Rising Stars fielding today. Make sure you throw the ball at the keeper or the bowler's feet. Shoaib in again. Another leggy. It's pitched up. It's hit down the ground and just in front of the fielder there, who makes a bit of a meal of it, and they get back for 2. Really probably should have only been 1 there, but he couldn't take it cleanly. And another 2 to the total. Bruce moving on to 69. Ashish will be very happy. Oh, a full toss on his hip, and he's just flicked it over the man on the circle for another 4, moving on to 73. So he's looking locked on for 100 today, I reckon, Bruce. He's been excellent from the very start. And now the run rate starts moving above that 10 and over mark. 144 for 1, 14 overs. You would think that they must get 200 from here. None of the Rising Stars bowlers have looked like they have any answers. Rana just having a word with Shoaib here. I'll be wondering if it's about over rates or something like that. But now he jogs back over to his umpiring position. Will be Naheed now to bowl. The 15th over. Into Sahil. Pitched up on the stumps. He doesn't get hold of it. Just an inside edge. Squirted into the leg side for a single. Gets Bruce back on strike on 73. Looking good. comes the head. Full, just dipping on him at the last second. Gets that through the leg side, but the sweeper collects and they just get a single. The head in again. Oh, that's well down the leg side. So Hill tries to get some bat on it, but doesn't manage to, and it is called a wide. 147. Creeping close to that 150 mark. The head on the legs, and Sahil's got onto that very well, and one bounce for 4. And that brings up the 150 for United. Cruising towards 200 here, United. They have looked very comfortable from ball 1. The head in again. Full. Oh, just yorked himself there, Sahil. Looking for the big shot down the ground. Couldn't get bat on ball. The head comes in. Another full toss on the pads, and always hit that straight to the fielder. And another terrible throw in from the fielder results in an overthrow. And they've been very lucky that that is the only one they've had today, because their throwing has been truly awful. Ahead into Bruce. Full, straight down the ground. And, just inside the boundary there. Probably 20 centimetres inside the boundary, but a lovely straight stroke from Bruce. And that takes him to 78 of 45. And United move to 156 off 15. Shoaib will continue. Sahil. We've got another bat change. After the first over, I was expecting a few more than this, but we've made it to the 15th over before we have another one. 50-run partnership up off just 24 balls for these two. And going along very nicely. Shoaib continuing. Bruce on strike. Offie. Hit very nicely straight down the ground, but the fielder should cut that off. Shouldn't be 2 there, but good running by Sahil. And Ayush moves to 80. That's Poor fielding. Needs to attack that ball better. Short and slapped over the leg side for 4. Excellent shot from Bruce. He has really been dialed in today, hitting the middle of the bat regularly and hitting the gaps. Moves him to 84 of 47. Fantastic innings from him. Sahil doing an excellent job supporting him at the moment as he moves ever closer to triple figures. Shoaib, 2 balls left in this over. What can he do? It's a leggy again. It's a full toss though. He's hit that high in the air. It's the fielder's coming in. He's dropped it. He's dropped it. So dropped on 84. And that's his first life. Moves him to 85. The full toss from Shoaib. He didn't quite get all of it, but the fielder made a mess of it. And he survives. Oh, Shoaib. Quicker one, just flashing past the outside edge of Sahil, and that's the end of his over and his spell, I believe. None for 42 from his 4 overs. An expensive day for the captain. As United move to 165 off 16. And Bruce 15 runs away from 100 as we have change of gloves for Sahil. He has been running hard, so probably sweating up a bit, but he's certainly done a very good job supporting Ayush and pushing him for those 2s and 3s that he probably doesn't want to run right now. But, yeah, doing an excellent job, both of them. And it will be Tanbir from the Kiev end. So, just looking for boundary and over here to keep that 10 runs going on the pads and just flicked to square leg for a single. And Sahil back on strike. In again. Full on the pads and leg by, I would imagine. Oh, Bruce would have been short, but and they're coming through for a second leg by. Excellent running from Bruce. I'm sure he's regretting every decision he's made today, but he's still there and still pushing hard for his team, so doing an excellent job. Tanbir in again to Sahil. Full on the stumps. He's launched into that high, and it is going to be 6 runs. Excellent shot. Full face of the bat from Sahil there, hitting through the ball and 3 or 4 metres over the boundary. An excellent 6. So Sahil, might be time for him to start ramping it up here. That's the kind of player he is, very aggressive. Pata, full again. Oh, he's held that back, a slower ball, and Sahil managed to check his shot and just chip it down to mid-on for a single. Good change of pace there from Tanbir. And Bruce back on strike. Tanbir in. Full. Oh, leading edge. Oh, tantalisingly just held up there. And it's been given as a no ball. Well, I think that's ridiculous. Didn't look high enough for that, but anyway, free hit to Sahil. And just a few little chances coming here and there now. Sahil will tries to hit that to ground 2, but doesn't get onto it, and they just get a single. So Bruce, 13 away from his 100. Tambir in full toss again. Now that's definitely a no ball. Oh, I think it's hit him in the face. Come up off the glove into the face, and looks like he's in trouble here. That would be a very unfortunate end to his innings. I hope he can go on. Definitely deserves 100 here, but he looks like he's in a bit of trouble. So Tambir should probably be off out of the attack now after 2 no balls in the over. We'll see how the umpires handle it. Don't think the first one was a no ball, to be honest, but it looks like Bruce is heading off the ground, and doesn't look like he's in a good way. I don't know whether it's actually is his face or his hand. Might be the hand, but not sure. But he's retired hurt after a fantastic innings, and that's a big disappointment. So the umpire's now discussing, and I think Tambir will be removed from the attack. Should not be a group of players here surrounding the umpire. Should be a discussion with the captain only. Untied coming into bat, and it will be a change of bowler. Partha coming up for 1 ball. That's not a great decision, Shoaib. For 1 ball, you put a part-timer on and hope he doesn't get smashed. So Partha to bowl the final ball of the 17th over. And of course, it's a wide. So, Kev, even if it's in the middle of an over when they start a spell, it's still a wide. And another one. Oh, this is really painful for the Rising Stars now, as the United hit 180 with 3 overs left. You'd think they must get well over 200 now. There's more issues with the tablet. Still struggling to hit buttons on a tablet. Really don't know what the problem is, and I don't know how they can make it look so hard. Finally, they've worked it out, and we can continue. Let's hope Partha can bowl one on the pitch. Nope. Absolutely wheels falling off here for Rising Stars. When they're on, they are a fantastic cricket side, but on their days when they're off, they can be truly awful. So 2 runs there for Untied, and that finishes the 17th over, 184 for 1. And it doesn't get much more comprehensive than that. So it looks like Nasmal to come back in. More delays. We have, I believe, 6 minutes to bowl 3 overs. I don't see that happening. Nasmal to resume. Short. He's hit that high up in the air. Fielder's coming round and he can't quite get to it. And they will get back for 2. Nasmal in again, short again, and he's launched into that one. So hill, it's very high. Is it going to go all the way? I think it is. Yes, that is a 6. So Hill starting to really motor here. He moves on to 35 off 21. United 192 for 1. This could be a very big total here. Asmal in again on the pads, and so Hill picks out the fielder, so no run. Slower ball, waited on that Sahil, and he's hit it out to the sweeper on the leg side, and good running. They get back for 2. So Archit's come in, doing the running, working hard. Good to see. That's ball in again. Full and just nicely played out onto the offside, and they're coming back for 2 again. Really good running there. Keeping the pressure on the fielders, keeping the scoreboard ticking over, and creeping towards that 200. So Hill moves to 39 off 24. As well in again. On the pad, swept. There's no one out there, and it is 4 runs. So 200 up for Tallinn United. Really fantastic batting display today. And Sahil moves on to 43 as 18 overs are up. So 2 overs to come. 200 is the score. What can they do in these final 2 overs? And what can Rising Stars do to chase this huge total down? Looks like Sheben coming back to bowl the 19th. What will United be looking for here? 220? Maybe? I think 200 is almost impossible for them to chase down, but we keep going. There's a single there first up for Archit. So Hill, 43 off 25. 2 overs to get his 50. Sure he'll be looking to launch Sheben over the fence a couple of times here. Bring it up in style. Short, and he's really missed out on that one. Tried to hit it to ground 2 again and just managed to get the bottom edge and a single. So he won't be happy with himself. Missing out there. Archit back on strike. And another inside edge, but keeper collects and no run. So good from Sheben so far. Nice full ball and traps it in his feet. And they scamper through for a run. 2 balls remaining in the 19th over. So Hill needs 6 for his 50. Short and just bunted down the ground. Will they come back for the second? Yes, they do. Good running from Archit. Another not brilliant fielding effort from the Rising Stars. Sheben, last ball. On the pads. He sweeps. Fielder's coming round, but he won't get there. 4 runs. And that is his 50. So, well done, Sahil. Exactly what the team needed. Came in, supported Bruce, and then started going himself. And now 50 off 28. So we move into the final over. Looks like Nazmul will finish. 209 for 1 United. Can they hit 220? Will this be a big over? Or can Nazmul limit the damage? Short. Straight up in the air, keeper under it, and takes the catch. So Archit goes. Just looking to see whether Bruce is going to come back out. Doesn't look like it. So another wicket, just the second one to fall for United. 5 balls remaining. Mohammad Hamza comes out to bat. Was excellent in the indoor competition. And this is the first time I'm seeing him play outdoor cricket. As a short ball from Nazmul, and can't get bat on ball. So good start here to the final over for Nazmul. As he comes in again. Angling across and just knocks that out to cover for a single. So 3 balls left, 210 for 2. think Sahil will be swinging everything at these final 3 balls. Full toss, launched leg side, and 4 runs. So 3 good balls from Nazmul, but the 4th one, a full toss, you can't bowl that to Sahil. He puts it away to move to 54 off 29. 2 balls left. Nazmul in again. And that's outside off. He's got an edge to it. It's running away down here. The field is chasing hard, but he won't get to it. And that's 4 more runs to Sahil. A bit lucky, but he'll take it and moves to 218 for 2 United. So last ball, can they get 220? Sure, Sahil will be looking for another boundary here. Last ball, in comes Nazmul. Pitched up and slashed over the offside, and that is going to be another 4, and they finish with a boundary. Moves Sahil on to 62 from 31. Great innings from him, and United finish 222 for 2. Fantastic innings, and Rising Stars will need to do something very special to chase that down. 223 needed in 20 overs. We will be back after the break. Well, I went for a bit of a walk and looks like I've missed 2 wickets. And there's the third. So Rising Stars had to go for it, I guess, but that's not going well for them. 3 wickets down, 2 overs done. And I don't think there's any way back here for the Rising Stars. Someone would need to pull off some sort of miracle innings. Good full ball there from Nan. Just cleaned up the stumps. Rakib coming out to bat. Average of 22. He has got a 50. He'll need to be at his best performance ever if the Rising Stars are to have any chance here. Simoon in the chat. Poor batting so far from Rising Stars. Well, 222 is a very daunting total, and clearly they have decided that they need to swing at everything, and this is usually the result. Suggest they maybe watch back the United innings and see how they built their run rate from 6 or 7 at the start and kept building and got higher as the innings progressed. Lovely shot, full toss there from Nan, and he's just picked the gap on the offside. Romeo runs it down and they come back for 2. And in again. Another full one. It's through the fielder's feet. And Ashish comes around to clean up and 1 run. It might have been Yash there at cover that just couldn't quite get down to it. So Rakib looks like he's going to bat a little bit more sensibly than the openers did. And this run rate will get out of hand pretty quickly if the United bowlers can keep it tight. Through the leg side here. Sweeper on the leg side comes around to collect. Excellent throw in. And they come back for 2. And in again. Full outside off. And he's driven that to mid off. Ashish on the circle. And 1 run. So good over there from Nand. Picked up the wicket. And 16 for 3 after 3 overs. The Rising Stars are in all sorts of trouble here. And with a game coming up this afternoon against the Strikers, I think it's not going to be a great day for the Rising Stars. Down on ground 2, we've got a second division match between the Tartu Wolves and the SD Tigers. The Wolves finished their 20 overs, 165 for 6, as Nazmul launches that one over the leg side. They're coming back for 2 as the fielder collects and throws in. Wolves, 165 for 6. The Tigers are just starting their innings, and they are 4 for none off 3 balls. So that will be Good chase that we'll check on a bit later. We're really continuing here. Just short of a length on that off stump line and defended by Nasmul. Really continues. That's on the leg side and launched over the leg side for 4 runs by Nasmul. That's an excellent shot. So I need a lot more of that, the Rising Stars, but he's looking good, Nasmul. Really keeping things nice and tight. One loose ball, but comes back to his line and length the next ball. Back in. That's an excellent ball. Just that 4 stump line, bringing the batsman forward. Just beating the outside edge. Every year, Murali decides he's retiring from cricket, and every year he's back by a couple of games in and looking like he never left. Full again, outside off again, a big swipe and a miss and a dot to finish the over. 22 for 3 off 4. United very comfortable at the moment. Down the leg from Nand. That's a wide. He comes again. That's better on the stumps. Oh, how did that miss everything? Could have been bowled. Keeper thought it was caught behind, may have just flicked the pad. And looks like Rakib is going to play his shots, which he'll have to if they've got any chance of chasing this down. As Nan comes in again. Full. Oh, just didn't quite squeeze under the bat. Jahanzeb asks, can I give us an update on Ayush's injury? Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of information to give you. He has been taken away in an ambulance. I think it was just a cut on the face. Hopefully, he'll be back once he gets patched up. As Rakib launches that one into the space on the leg side. The fielder comes round and just 1 run. So yeah, I will give you any updates I get, Jahanzeb, but at the moment Not a lot of information, but I think he's okay. He's just got a cut on his face and just getting patched up. Full from Nand, whipped through the leg side. Bit of work to do here for the fielder on the boundary, but he's come round, picked it up, lovely throw in, and 2 runs. I'm not sure who it is out there on the boundary, but he's certainly working hard. Got some good pace across the field there and a good strong arm. Another one from Nand, full on off. It's taken the outside edge and just looped over the fielder on the circle, and they're back for 2. So a bit of luck there for Nasmal. And in again. Full toss on the legs and dispatched to the boundary. Not a great ball from Nand there to finish his over. And that takes the Rising Stars to 32 for 3 after 5. I believe we also had a very similar injury on the second ground. With one of the Wolves players. And it brings me to the ICC's new rules coming in July, which now require batters to wear helmets when facing anything but spin bowling. And unfortunately, we saw what happens today if you don't wear a helmet and things go wrong. So I imagine the ECA will be bringing that rule in when the ICC does in July, and hopefully we won't see those types of injuries again because batters will be wearing helmets. Really continuing. Very nice line and length. Oh, he's dropped it down. The fielder raced in, put pressure on the batters, but unfortunately ran straight past the ball, and they were able to get through for the single after all. Good intent by the fielder there, but just didn't quite execute. Full on middle and uppish, but through the gap on the leg side, and 4 runs for Nasmal. Just a little bit straight there from Murali, getting onto the pads, and Nasmal made him pay. Needs to get that back across the off-stump line that has been working so well for him. And fielder's not doing much for their bowler there. And he's back at the top of his mark, does his little circle around and comes in. And outside off again, flashing, but no run, and that's better from Murali. Just a slight fielding adjustment as they push the mid-wicket man back to the boundary, just to provide a bit of cover there. Full and almost a return catch as the mid-off fielder misfields, but that was pretty close there. Really just putting his left hand up, but just not getting there. One more to the total, and Murali back in. Oh, it's short of a length on middle, and it's just looped over Nan's head, and I think it will run all the way. It does. So a bit of luck there. Really good length outside off, and the batter had a big swing at it, but it just managed to get over Nan's head as he was backpedaling out of the circle. And another 4 to the total, moving the Rising Stars to 42 for 3 after 6. So end of the power play. They'll be happy with the 42, but probably not too happy with the 3 wickets down. Statistically, if you lose 3 wickets in the power play, you lose cricket matches. So it looks like could be Romeo coming into the attack here. Of course, switched allegiances from Tartu Cricket Club and playing for United this season. He'll bowl his off spinners, and there's one thing you can guarantee from Romeo, it will be every bit of enthusiasm and effort that he has in his very short, tiny little body. The most passionate man in Estonian cricket comes into bowl, and good start. Not a wide, Kev. In again. Throws that up. Probably going down leg. He has a bit of a dance in his appeal routine. But asking questions already, Romeo. Looping it up. Knows the batters are looking for the big shots. And I don't think a wicket's too far away here. In again. And a quicker one. Probably a bit short there. But just bunted back to him. And another dot. I want to see him throwing it up here. I want to see him asking questions of the batsman. There's another good one on middle. It's up in the air. Fielder's backing away. He's juggled it twice and he's caught it. Wow. Certainly made it look much more difficult than it was, but Romeo's got the wicket. And the 4th wicket falls for the Rising Stars. So excellent job, Romeo, throwing that ball up, making the batter have a big swing at it, and eventually caught by Nand at point. And the 4th wicket down, the Rising Stars. I don't think this is going to last very long. So well done, Romeo. It's his first wicket for Tallinn United in the T20 competition. And I think if he keeps throwing it up, there's more wickets on offer here for sure. As Ashish laying down the law on fielding placement, saying to Romeo, I'm the captain. I'll set the field, you do the bowling. So far, working out pretty well. So, Rana tosses the ball back to Romeo. 2 balls left in his first over. So far, a wicket and no runs. And that's the quicker one. Thrown that into the pitch, and it's out to Murali on the boundary for 1 run. So final ball here for Romeo's first over. Throws it up. That's also going down leg. Oh, it's been given. Well, we're not straight on here, so I can't be sure, but it did look like it was angling down leg. Maybe it's turned back. But Romeo picks up his second wicket. And United absolutely all over the Rising Stars here. And change of bat for the batter that was in there, and Shebin comes out to join him. So 2 new batters at the crease now. New bowler from the Stockholm end. And 5 wickets down for the Rising Stars. 43 on the board. 180 required off 78 balls. Looks a very long way away here. New bowler, Avi, comes in, just throws that up, and Animal hits it into the leg side for a single. So Avi, not one I've seen play outdoors. I think he played some indoor this year. He flights that. Shebin gets onto it, and that's 4. So Shebin can certainly hit the ball. He scored 100 here a couple of years ago, very quickly. So I think United would not be too worried now, but he's the kind of guy that can certainly score quickly. Avi a bit short on that one. And the fielder's moving around, so a bit more in the chat. Simoon says, proud to see Romeo tossing it up more already this season, something we've been working on for a year now. That's through the hands of the fielder. Quite lucky for Shebin, but he comes back for 2. I think it was Murali there who didn't quite get his hands up quickly enough. Back to Simoon. I think having runs on the board to play with helps with his confidence. Absolutely. Much easier to toss the ball up when you've got 200 plus on the board. But, yes, good to see him throwing it up. Avi in again. That's wide and, called. Big swoosh at it from Shebin, but no bat on it. Question, what happened to Ayush? So, as Avi comes in, throws that up, full toss. Shebin absolutely smokes it. That's 6 off the bat. 6 all the way. And Avi probably not where you should be bowling it, but big runs on the board for United means they can try out some new bowlers here and give people some match practice and see how they go. So what happened to Ayush? He was batting, got a very high full toss that he swung quite hard at, and I think he either got a top edge or off his gloves up into his face, and he got a cut on the face. Wasn't wearing a helmet, unfortunately, and he's been taken in an ambulance to get himself fixed up, and hopefully he'll be back later during the match. Another wide there for Avi. It's expensive over here. And again, pitched up, and Shebin goes hard at it. He's hit that very well down the ground, and it is another 4. So Shebin, 16 off 4. Moving very nicely. Harvey with one ball left in his over. Can Sheben get it away for another boundary here? Full outside off. He's flashed at that outside off over the top, and that will be another boundary. So fantastic over for the Rising Stars and a fantastic start from Sheben here. 20 off 5 balls. Exactly what the Rising Stars need if they are to have any chance of getting something from this match. But he's going to have to keep going. 23 off the over for Arvi. I can't imagine he'll be back for a second one, as Romeo looks to continue from the Kiev end. Let's hope he keeps tossing it up. Could be some more wickets in his figures by the end of this one, I think. So Romeo continues. Bowling to Animal. Throws it up again on the stumps, and how has that missed? I thought for sure that had taken out the stumps, but must have missed by millimetres. Excellent bowling, Romeo. Excellent bowling. Keep it up. So Sheben, what can he do with Romeo? Big showdown here. Can he get on top of Romeo? On the middle, a bit high. Sheben going for the big hit, which is generally his game. Don't see him defending very often, but couldn't get bad on that one. Romeo to continue. Well, that's a dangerous place to put your hat. Well, could be 5 runs here if it gets hit. In he comes. Throws it up again. Still going down leg. No. He's given. I think, again, for me, that looks like it's angling down leg, but I'm not straight on. And not a lot of complaints from the batsman. So Romeo picks up another one. And he's certainly looking good today, Romeo. So 6 down for the Rising Stars. .3 overs gone, and looks like Pata coming out to join Animal. So good little cameo there from Sheben, but unfortunately not enough for his team. As Pata comes out to face up. Just to be clear to everyone, I am on about the same angle as the camera, so we are angling down towards leg, so there is a tendency for balls to look like they're going down the leg side. Maybe they aren't, so might be being a bit harsh on the umpires. I'm sure he's doing a good job out there, runner, as Romeo continues. And all that's full and straight and just defended back. So Moon says, seems like Romeo is now the undisputed mystery bowler of Estonia. dodgy decisions, but credit to Romeo for keeping it tight and asking the right questions. No, Simon, you're still the mystery man. No questions there as that gets slapped down and through the fielder's legs, but luckily enough, Sahil was backing up behind him and doesn't cost them more than one. So another good over here from Romeo. 3 for 4 off his 2 overs. Excellent figures. Sachin says, well, United hasn't used Ashish yet. Well, I think Ashish is probably just using the opportunity to have a day off from bowling as the captain, as I did in the first game yesterday. But yeah, with 200 on the board, I don't think we'll see him unless something miraculous happens here. And like I said before, it's a good opportunity for United to try out a few of their newer players and see what they can do. It's BK now bowling. Just into the leg side there for a single from Animal. BK in again. Short and wide, and that'll be called a wide. And again. And hit into the offside for a single. Good fielding out there by Avi, I think it is. BK again. Bit fuller, bit straighter, and he's launched it, and the fielders misjudged it down there. Came sprinting in and then had to run back. Got a hand to it, but couldn't hold on to it, and they get back for 2. So a chance there, but put down. BK to continue. Full toss on off and called a no ball. So that'll be a free hit. And he's missed it completely. It's just missed the leg stump, and well taken by Hamza behind the stumps. And no run. And again, outside off, he's launched it up in the air. The fielder's running back, and he's dropped it. Would have been an excellent catch running back over his shoulder, but couldn't quite hold it. So 2 catches going down in this over for BK. You imagine a wicket is not far away here. That's down the leg and just tucked off the pads by Pata, and he's coming back for 2. And if they throw to he's thrown to the wrong end, and this might be, well done BK for stopping that. Unfortunately, through to the wrong end, that would have been an easy run out. So 3 chances missed in that 1 over by United. So we're 10 overs down at the drinks break, 78 for 6. Back shortly. So we're back here with Romeo continuing. And he comes, throws it up again, big swing, and not much ding. 1 run. Can Romeo get another couple of wickets here? Keep throwing it up. Oh, that's a bit too full and on the pads and whipped into deep square leg by Parta, and just the 1 run. So 143 runs needed off the last 10 overs, and just the 4 wickets needed for United. Quicker one, and again, how has that missed the stumps? That's probably the 3rd ball he's bowled that can't have missed the stumps by more than a few millimetres. In again, straight again, and played and missed again. So he just needs to get slightly straighter here, and he brings that bowled right into the equation. In again, and just outside off, a bit shorter, and they hit it down to Sahil at long on, and just a single. So very economical here, Romeo. 3 for 7 off 2.5 overs. Last ball of his 3rd. Pitched up on the off stump and whacked out to the cover sweeper, and another single. So 82 for 6 off 11 overs, Rising Stars, and a very good all-round performance from United today so far, and they'll be looking to finish this one off reasonably quickly, one would imagine. Looks like BK will continue. Coming in again, and that will be a wide. That's better. Slapped out to the point man on the boundary, and 1 run. On the stumps, he's launched it high, fielder's coming in, he's underneath it, and he takes the catch. So that makes up for the drop in BK's last over. And I think it's maybe Nant down there. Takes the catch, and Animal is gone. So 7 down now. Looking like this one will be over pretty soon. And Rising Stars will be pretty disappointed with their performance in the field and with the bat. But they have an opportunity this afternoon to rectify that against the Strikers. But they will have to improve out of sight, I would imagine, to have any chance in that game. So, new batsman comes to the crease. They are at the wrong end. That had to happen eventually. They are at the wrong end. Let me see. Looks like somebody knew the rule and it's been fixed up. So Riaz on strike. Of course, the new rule is that it doesn't matter if you cross. If a catch is taken, the new batsman is always on strike and he gets a single off the first ball to get off the mark. So BK continuing. He's created chances so far. That's on the pads. Couldn't get any bat in it and just a dot as the keeper cleans up. BK in again. Full on the stumps and hit into the offside, and RV comes in and collects, and they get one run. So last ball here for BK in what's been a good over. Full again, and that's beat the fielder. Should be 2. Yep, they come back for 2 and move the score on to 88 for 7 after 12 overs. Let's see, is Romeo going to continue? I think he is. Looking for that 5 for. Last over for Romeo. Needs to pick up a couple of wickets here to get his 5 for. And he's looked dangerous. So he's got every shot here of getting that 5 for. Parther on strike. He's been there for 8 balls and he's looked okay. So what can Romeo do? In he comes. Throws it up. Defended by Parther. Right up in the block hole there. Nice and loopy. No chance for Parther to get underneath that as he comes in again. That's on leg stump, and he moved across and just worked it to the leg side, and they will come back for 2. So just a bit straight there from Romeo. But still 4 balls left. Comes in. Outside off. Playing a miss. And that's really been the story of the day for Romeo when he's got that outside off stump. They have not been able to get onto it. In again. On the stumps. Full and worked into the leg side for another single. So 2 balls left here for Romeo. Would need 2 wickets to get his 5 for. Probably not going to happen now, but he's bowled very well. And he comes. Quicker one. On the off. It's in the air, but it's in a gap. As Nand races around to pick it up. They think about a second, but the throw comes in and they settle for 1. So last ball in Romeo's fantastic spell here. In he comes. On the outside off stump. Hit out to the cover. Sweeper and just the 1 run. So Romeo finishes his 4 overs with 3 for 13. Excellent, excellent figures. Well done, Romeo. 93 for 7 off 13 overs. 7 overs left, 130 runs required, and just 3 wickets for United if they would like to finish a little bit early. And will we finally see... It's Yash. He's given the ball to Yash. I thought Ashish might have bowled himself there, but no, it's Yash to have a bit of a trundle. Again, United sharing it round with their big total, just giving people a bit of match time, a bit of bowling out in the middle. And you never know when that might come in handy. later on in the season. As the batsman asks him to take his hat off and the sunglasses too. There we go. In he comes. Wide and given. Couldn't quite reach that one, Partha. So Moon says, congratulations, Romeo, on an excellent spell. Pleasure to watch. Good bowling on show. Absolutely, Simon. Yashin again. Outside off again and just cut away by Partha. To the fielder on the boundary and a single. I think it's Avi out there. He's been very good. Sweeping that boundary. Throws have been excellent. Good to see. As Yash comes in again. Bit fuller. Same result. 1 run out to Avi. Yash in again. Wide outside off again and another wide. Just needs to bring it across a bit here, Yash. Everything's been... no, I didn't mean change to round the wicket, but that's what he's decided to do. I'm guessing leg side wide. Oh, no, nearly an offside wide. And he's got that out to the offside boundary. And they've come back for 2 as Ashish does the work out there and throws it into the bowler. Yash in again. And that's still that outside off stump line that he's been bowling. Doesn't seem to have been affected by which side he's bowled on. And another single. Yeah, that one's on the pads and flicked into the leg side by Riaz. And fielder comes in and just the 1 run. So 1 ball left for Yash. Over number 14. And the Rising Stars have brought up the 100. Yash. Oh, that was well outside off. Batters moved across to try and hit to the leg side and managed just to miscue it completely. And no run. So end of the over for Yash. And we'll see who's coming on to replace Romeo. Will we see Ashish finally? Maybe. Doesn't look like anyone else is volunteering. And it is. So, doing what any bowling captain would do, and that is bringing himself on when the tail enders are out here to try and pick up some wickets. I would do exactly the same thing. Can you clean them up here, Ash? Just 3 wickets required. Run rate required now over 20 and over. And Ash starts with a wide. Kev, 1 for your statistics, mate. Ash comes in again. Full outside off, and a little bit of a mix-up, but they eventually get through for a single. Let's have a check of the second division match on ground 2. Wolves scored 165 for 6 in the first innings. Tigers are 80 for 1 off 9.3. So well on target there, as Partha just hits that down to long on for a single. So yes, that looks like that will be a close game. As Ash comes in again, fallen on the stumps and just kept out by Riaz, and they get a single. So good to see another close game in second division. Ash continues. Fall on the stumps again and dug out again by Partha. He's bowling very full, trying to get those Yorkers in, get under the bat. And another full one, whipped into the leg side. Fielder's got it covered and 1 run. So 1 ball remaining for Ash. Bowling off a somewhat shorter run up than normal. Just trying to get through the overs, I'd imagine. And another full outside off. Dropped into the offside and a single. End of the 15th over, 107 for 7. And the required run rate now 23.2. No way back here for the Rising Stars. United have been far too good today. Yash will continue from the Stockholm end. And really, from ball 1 today, United have been on top, and at no point has Rising Stars looked like making that change at all. Yash again on the off stump. And fielded by Murali and a dot ball. So better line to start with here, Yash. Was a little bit too wide in the last over. And again, play and miss, another dot. Down the leg side, that'll be a wide. Couldn't get any bat in it, Riaz. Certainly tried. Couldn't quite reach it. Yash in again. Outside off. Dropped to the cover fielder, and they're through for a single. So both the sides here really just going through the motions to finish this one off. Yash in again, short, it's uppish, hasn't really gone to it, but it falls between Romeo inside the circle and BK outside the circle, and they get through for a single. Romeo nice and tight here on the leg side, trying to stop a single. And that's outside off through the field again. There should be 2 here. And they come back comfortably for 2. And 112 for 7. Riaz 12 not out off 12 balls. Partha 19 off 21. Required run rate 26. This game petering out with no real question marks on the result for some time now. Another single there to finish the Ashes over. 16 down, 113 for 7. Looks like Ash will continue. Just the 4 overs left now. Just hit into the offside and a bit of a misfield, but no run. Still keeping it very full, Ash. Nicely bowled. That was angled in nicely at middle and just guided away for a single. Partha now with the hat backwards. Has it upish and dropped. Well, that was a very, very easy catch. Partha, I don't think he can quite believe it, but he lives to fight another day. And up again, and that one's better through the offside along the ground. Fielder's chasing after it. They come back for an easy 2. Simoon says, just checking the scorecard from Tigers vs Wolves games. 4 run-outs throughout the game. Probably means some hardcore running between the wickets. That or some really terrible running between the wickets, Simon. 50-50 on the chances of that one, I think, as Partha gets this through the leg side for another single. Yes, I'm not sure Tigers or Wolves renowned for their excellent running between the wickets, but obviously some good fielding going over there on ground 2 as Ash bowls that short of a length on middle, just defended, and finishes over 17. Looks like Murali will come back into the attack to bowl the 18th and 20th overs. Comes Murali. And Kev starting the spell with a wide. He'll be looking to pick up some more wickets here, Murali. Still on for a 5-for if he gets all 3. As he comes in again. Bowling to Partha. And a big swing from Partha. It's up in the air. Nand comes around and he takes the catch. So 3rd wicket for Murali. Partha trying to hit over the top and doesn't quite get onto it. And 8th wicket down now for the Rising Stars. Out comes the number 10 for The Rising Stars, United, doing excellent job in the field. They've put a few chances down, but they've also taken the majority. And Morley now 2 wickets away from a fifer. Coming in again to the new batter. And just drops it on the offside. No run. Tanbeer it is. In again. Full. Just outside off. Big swing. No connection and a dot ball. In again. Looking for another wicket here, Morley. Oh, that's very full. Just dug out by Tanbeer and they're through for a single. That was good ball from Morley, looking for those stumps. In again. Hunting wickets. That's a nice shot into the offside by Riaz, and Harvey picks up again out on that boundary. Just the one run. Last ball here for Morley's over, and spoke too soon. That's a wide. So one more chance. Get another wicket here for Morley. And he'll, I assume, bowl the last over as well. Oh, play and a miss. Excellent bowling from Morley. And that ends the 18th over. 121 runs behind with 2 overs left. Required run rate 51. I think we can safely say that that is not going to happen. So we have 2 overs left. And it looks like it may be Harvey who gets another chance after his first over went for 23 earlier. Unlikely to go to 51, so probably safe. There's Kev. Hello, Kev. You would have enjoyed all of the wides at the starts of spells today, Kev. It's been definitely trending. As Harvey comes in, throws that one up and just steps back and cuts that through the offside Riaz. And there was probably 2 there, but Tanbeer never looked interested. BK on the boundary there, looking a bit tired. As Harvey comes in again, really throws that up. Oh, it's hit in front. Not given, I think probably just outside the line. Certainly had a big go at that Tanbeer. couldn't get any bat on it. Avi again. Tossed up again on the legs and well played out there to the leg side. Avi. And that has gone for 4. Probably got what it deserved. The fielder did an excellent job there on the boundary, but could not stop it despite the dive. But, yeah, full toss on the legs probably isn't what you're looking for here. Continuing to be expensive, Avi. Another 4-1. He's stumped. Yes. Came down, tried to play the big shot and missed it completely. And Hamza did a good job behind the stumps, took it cleanly, and that is the end of Tanbeer and the 9th wicket down for the Rising Stars. Will they make it to the end of their 20 overs? Looks doubtful. Required run rate now 64, so an excellent job by United today. Really haven't let up the whole game, and a bit of a dominant display and a message to the rest of the teams in First Division. Look out for United. Kev says, wides first ball are definitely a trend. They certainly are, along with dropped catches. Bit of a mixed bag today, Kev. There have been a few that have gone down, but quite a few taken as well. And some good catches, especially from United. So, 2 balls left for Avi. And it is Serajul on strike. Throws it up again. That's down the leg side, but maybe got... No, that's given as wide. Thought it might have flicked the batter, but it's a wide. And Avi in again. Full toss. Oh, he's top-edged it. Not a convincing shot off, not a convincing ball. And 1 run is the result. So last ball for Avi. Throws it up again on middle, and it's swept out to the man on the boundary. A lovely shot from Riaz, and just the 1 run. So end of the 19th, 129 for 9. And Avi finishes with 1 for 31 from his 2 overs as the run rate hits the 90s required. I imagine... no, Murali's not going to bowl the last one. It looks like it will be Sahil. So Murali's given up on his 5-for. And he's probably thinking he's had a good day. Or maybe he didn't have any overs left. I'm not sure. Possibly bowled 3 earlier in the innings. But an excellent performance from him, nevertheless. And Sahil to bowl the last. Riaz on strike. Here comes Sahil. Leg side on the hip. And just worked away. Should be 2. Riaz coming down. A little bit of a misfield. And comfortably back for 2. Sahil in again. On the off stump. And driven down the ground. And through the legs of the fielder, who did an attempted long barrier, but unfortunately facing the wrong direction. So, back for 2. In again, on the stumps, and back out into the offside, just the 1 this time. So 3 balls left. Serajul on strike. He's faced 1 ball so far for 1 run. And he's got 3 more balls to get them to the 20 overs here. Full inside edge onto the leg side. Romeo comes around, scoops it up but they are through for the single. $135 for the Rising Stars. They're going to fall well short here as Riaz defends that onto the offside. So one ball left. 88 required, and the required run rate now 528. Well, that's the highest I've ever seen. And inside edge by Riaz off the last ball to get a single. Moves the score to 136. So United comfortable winners by 86 runs, and an excellent performance with the bat. Ayush, a lovely 87 before he unfortunately was injured and had to leave the field. Retired hurt on 87, a good 60 from Sahil, taking the score to 222, and then an excellent bowling display. First up by Murali, 2 quick wickets to get rid of the openers, and then Romeo with that excellent bowling display, picking up 3 wickets for 12 off his 4 overs. So well done, United. A good win, and we will be back in about an hour for Strikers versus Rising Stars. See you then.